All right, let me get started here. Praise Jesus. I was born a poor black child. Pastor, you left your notebook up here. Maybe you got mine?
Well, Chris, I have a notebook, but I don't know if it's yours.
Well, just flip it open and see what the first thing it says.
It says I was born poor white trailer trash.
I'm delayed, that's mine. Matter of fact, anybody else in here get charged a cover? I told you. Andrew, what's his name, got my 10. Stop him before he gets to the parking lot. Oh, Brother Andrew. There he goes. God bless him. We love Brother Andrew, but that is a brother that is serious about his usher duty. Look here. Pastor made a comment a couple of weeks ago. He said, sooner or later, I want all my ushers to be strapped. First thing that came to mind was Brother Andrew up in church with a gun. It's going to be embarrassing for this church when some elderly woman get popped over a piece of chewing gum. Hey, this ain't no lie. I was sitting in church one day. This ain't no lie. I was sitting in church one day beside this poor old elderly woman. And Brother Andrew, here he comes striding by with his box of tissues. And he stopped. And he looked at that woman and he said, he pulled out a tissue and he said, put the gum in the tissue. She said, excuse me? He said, I said, put the gum in the tissue, please. She said, it ain't even gum, it's a syrup. He said, let me see. Give it here. Have mercy. Didn't do that one. Look, I don't want y'all to think that this is just another white boy dressed in black. You want to know the truth? Why I look like I mugged Samuel L. Jackson on the way over here? But drugs will destroy your mind. Any of y'all remember those first anti-drug commercials? With the frying pan, with the cocaine or heroin or whatever it was, frying up in the bottom of it. And the guy said, this is drugs. And then the girl dropped a raw egg in there and the egg started frying on top of it. And he said, this is your brain on drugs. Any questions? That was a powerful commercial. But it worked for some drug addicts, but not all drug addicts. Because when the cokeheads and the smack junkies saw that, they was like, man, I got to quit this. But when the potheads saw it, they was like, man, I got to go to Waffle House. Weed is not harmless. It will eat your brain. Now granted, crack is a lot more evident, you know. If you're a crackhead, it's a lot more evident to everybody who's not smoking crack that you're a crackhead. The only person it's not evident to, the crackhead. So, me being a delivered crackhead, by the way, that's what DC stands for. Look, that ain't the first one I came up with, but the first one I came up with, y'all didn't like it. Apparently, crackhead cracker was too racial for some of y'all. Even though I came up with the name, and I'm the cracker. You can't tell me I can't use the C word. Those are my people. It's different when we say it to each other. But anyway, me being a delivered crackhead, I thought I would do a little public service, and I have come up with 10 question tests to determine if you're a crackhead, just in case you think you're not. Which, by the way, if you smoke crack, you're a crackhead. But if you can answer yes to any of these 10, any of them, I'm sorry, you a crackhead. Number one, if you have ever sneezed, but your eyes stayed open. True!